Alright, let's go ahead and dive on in and take a look at this 2024 roadmap, shall we? If you look closely, you're going to notice that 0.9 doesn't have a release date. That is something they wanted to work on with this 2024 roadmap. There is no release date for any of these projects. It is just when it is ready for the game, for the people, which I really like. If you look at point 9, we're looking at a lighting overhaul, eye adaptation, screen space, a progression rate overhaul, item tier adjustments, and a shop version 3. Going forward to point 10, we have new tasks, new optionals, reward changes, photo overhauls, video evidence, and new equipment, a sound recorder, which is going to be really fun. One more step forward, point 11, we have new player models, new player animations, CCTV overhaul, and player customization, which I know a lot of us have wanted. And then going forward to 1.0, the full release, that is when we have new ghost models, a hunt overhaul, hallucinations, which I think is going to be great, events overhaul, new interactions, and so much more. We are also going to be dealing with some things that are going to be released as soon as they're ready rather than a big patch. So we have the console release date, which we'll talk about further soon. Point Hope, again, something we'll look at later. Map reworks, other new maps, bug fixes, and performance improvements. So that is something to continue looking out for. Scrolling on down here, let's go ahead and take a look at the console update. Now, I know a lot of us are waiting for this, one for the controller support too, so we can get our friends who play console specifically to come and join us in this ghost hunting adventure. Now, they are waiting to release it until the game is more polished. That way then you guys don't get a game that's released and 3 days later has to get patched and updated and everything like that. So they're waiting until we get a much more finalized version of this game. But that does not mean we're waiting until the full release of the game necessarily. And once again, with this update, we don't know when this is coming, so don't expect it to be anytime in the near future, but do expect it relatively soon. Alright, and now on to the fun stuff. We've discussed the updates in the roadmap, but what about Point Hope? Now, Point Hope is going to be the newest location in Phasmophobia, and it's going to be a lighthouse. So it's going to be very circular, stacked on top of each other, and as you get higher up, the rooms are going to get smaller. It's going to be very visually different to the houses and the schools and the asylum and everything else that we have currently. It's also supposed to be owned by somebody, so we don't know who this person is, but they have renovated it. So you have some parts that are going to look a little bit more run down, and a little part that's going to be a little bit more refurbished and a little bit more up to date. Finally, for this video, we're going to go ahead and discuss the farmhouse reworks. Both farmhouses are going to get a substantial rework in two very different ways. So Grafton, the smaller of the farmhouses, has taken a turn for the worse. It's going to be very cluttered, very dirty, very falling apart. Whereas Bleedsdale, the larger one, is going to get the opposite treatment. It's going to look very prim and proper. It's going to look like it's still lived in. They've described it as a grand mansion-style house. So they're going to be ornate rooms, cluttered with statues and expensive belongings. So we're going to be able to see a little bit of a contrast between the two maps that look very similar in design. Alright, everybody, and that is it for the 2024 Phasmophobia Roadmap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It is my first full-length YouTube video, and I worked very hard on it to make sure you guys had all the information you needed. So if you guys are a fan of it, go ahead and leave a like and a comment. Tell me what is your most anticipated aspect of this roadmap. Are you more excited about the new map? Are you excited for a console release? Tell me down below, and I will go ahead and respond to you. Now, you guys have a wonderful time in the dump, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Have a good one. Don't drown.